Hi, guys. Thank you for coming to Connect with KK. This is my sister's experience working with Nexrep.
Hey cutie pies, I am Lanikia and you are watching Lanikia Help, where we help you find online jobs, work from home jobs. Today is Thursday, July the 6th, 2023. And this video is about my experience, my last experience with Nexrep. Before I get into it, be sure that you are liking the video, you hit that subscribe button, click the bell so that you never miss out on any work from home videos that myself or that KK Connect drops on this channel. Also, be sure you check out KK Connects because she also drops videos on her work from home channel as well. So this is about oh yeah, and share the video for anyone that you know that needs a work from home job. Okay, so the last time I talked to you guys about my work experience with Nexrep, I told you it was very positive. um the, it was positive, and even though it didn't work, the job, okay, so listen, the email job that I had with them last year around the springtime ended in March, right? And I love that email job, but we knew it wasn't going to end up working out right. So I went back to them again this past kind of end of winter, beginning of spring. I went back to them again looking for another, just a part-time something, not anything major, because y'all know I just, during the summer months, the spring summer months, I always like to pick up a little extra so that when Christmas comes, I can spend without having to, worry. You get me? So, oh, by the way, my daughter is in the background, so you might hear her or the TV. So please, excuse that. But okay, so I went to Nexrep. I did the online application. You know how you can go in, you can apply, you do your interview, and he says, "Okay, cool. We have another job for you. That's an email job." Now, I was looking for something overnight, telephones. I didn't care too much as long as it was overnight, because I said, I just want something where I'll be working from home. My daughter is a toddler, so y'all know how that can be. Like, she's not going to be quiet. She's not going to just let me work for a few hours and not need my attention. So I wanted something that the background noise wouldn't really matter. So I figured, okay, I'll do overnight. That's perfect, right? They won't hear any of the background noise because she'll be asleep. But he said, okay, we have a chat job, an email job for you, and then every now and then you'll chat. And I said, okay, that sounds good. And so he said, of course, when you do those jobs with them, you have to pass a assessment. So they give you a array of questions, and you have to fill them out as if you were in a chat agent. You use the website to help you answer, but you fill it out and you turn it in, right? I did that. I passed that. They said, okay, the job starts at this time. It was a month after, it was a month later. Now, I was really looking for something a little bit closer than that, because when I'm in the mood to pick up a second job, let me work. Like, don't delay me, because by the time that month rolls around, I might not want to do this anymore. I might have picked up something else, or I just really don't need the funds, because my YouTube channel on Lanikia, is doing really well. So it's just, I might not need the funds, right? But a month rolled around, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because I still want the extra money, and it is a chat job. And he told me from the beginning it only is gonna last a few months. So I was perfectly fine with that. He said it might only last a few months, and that, depending on how well you do, is if you get to be asked on, to a permanent position. So it's just a temp position, which again, I was okay with the temp position. Now, y'all know Nexrep, and this is one of the reasons I was hesitant about taking this job, because they said it's 2 weeks of training. And I said, y'all don't pay for training. You want me to work 2 weeks for free? And y'all know how I feel about money. So I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. And they said, but then I was like, you know what? I can do it. It's from 8 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. And most days we're probably going to get out of there anyways. And I can do it. I can do it. I'm just gonna suck it up and do it. It'll be worth it once it's all done and I've had the extra income. I won't even be thinking about those 3 weeks. I mean those excuse me those 2 weeks of not being paid, right? So we're in training and training is going well. I'm enjoying training. It honestly, for Nexrep, this is the best training I have ever been in. He did the trainer, I cannot remember his name, but he did a fantastic job in training you guys. Like when I tell you, he was very detailed, he was very thorough. It felt like when we went to the floor, we would completely understand what we were doing, because y'all know, y'all been in training, whether work from home or in on site at a call center or wherever, where you go through training for so long and then you get to the floor and you realize training was for nothing because you learned nothing about what you were actually going to be doing. So you're like, why did we waste that month, that 2 weeks or whatever it was of training, right? So getting back to the job. So we go through training and it's the 2 weeks fly by. Like honestly, guys, the 2 weeks went so fast because we were getting such great training. But one thing I did notice, I said, when they would be like, okay, we're gonna watch them take chats, not chats, but emails live. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Because it's always nice to have it. Plus, you guys know, if you worked one customer service job or sales job, if you worked one email job, they're all the same, different platforms, but they all the email works. Email works like email. You know what I mean? The only thing you really have to pay attention to is the systems, because everyone has their own different system. And this one was a little bit more intense than they normally would be. And I could actually see ways that they could cut that down if they really wanted to. They didn't need that many systems that they were using, but it's whatever. So we're going through, and I said, okay, how many people do I have working right now? 5? How many chats is that? I mean, emails is that? That's not a lot of emails. And it's the morning time. Like they just started working. Why don't they have any emails? Because those of you who have worked an email campaign, a chat campaign, or phone, it doesn't matter. When the volume is low. And we were looking at this like, why is the volume so low? Like, and they were like, oh, it gets like this sometimes. And we were like, but you're putting us onto this campaign that it doesn't look like they have anything. They say, oh, but it was a big week coming up, just 1 week. Might keep that in mind. It was just 1 week coming up where they expected to be slammed, right? And I said, well, they said this was going to be a job that's probably going to last about 3 months. If there's no emails now and that week comes, after that week or maybe week and a half where you filter through all those emails, where are the emails coming from? And they were like, oh, don't worry about it. They're gonna be on the client asked for all these people. Everything's gonna be fine. But it caused concern for myself and other people as well. Because remember, on my last email job, one of the things that was always concerning was, where are the emails? And that's eventually how we got how we lost the campaign, because they just didn't have the emails, right? So we're going through training. It is the final day of a 2-week training, mind you, with no pay. It is now 12 noon. I'm talking Central Time. I know they're Eastern Time, but I'm talking Central Time for me. 12 noon. Mind you, we stop the campaign every day at 3:30 Central Time. So it's 12 noon. We're on our lunch break, and we come back in 30 minutes. So 12:25. You had to be you know how you have to log in a few. Plus, I like to log in like 5 minutes early just to have it there. So if they're like, if something happens, I'll already have it logged in and it'll be up, and I don't have to, like, at 12:30. I'm not trying to type it to get in, And so at 12:25, I'm like, why can't I get in? I'm not able to get into the system. And so I'm trying to get in, and I'm like, okay, because now it's 12:32. And I said, you know what? I'm going to send an email. And just let them know that I can't log into the system, right? And when I go to send this email, it's through my Nexrep email, because they get you the email. We had went through all the systems. We had went through everything. It's the last day of training. We had what is it? 1:30, 2:30, 3. We had 3 hours left, right? 3 hours left. So I go to log in to send an email, and when I log in, I see an email, and I'm like, why are they sending us an email? And the email was sent at 12:05. Keep that in mind because lunch was at 12. The email was sent at 12:05, and it said, unfortunately, we don't have the space to add to. They don't have the. I can't remember the exact email, but what they were saying was, we don't have the space to add you to the account, like with the campaign. We just don't have the the email volume that we thought we were going to have. But don't fret. You can get another job through Nexrep. Just simply go through the Be Your Own Boss site and apply again, and you can get somewhere else. Go somewhere else. When I tell you, I understand how people can go to buildings and do what they do, because I was so livid. I was livid. Like, what do you mean you don't have the space for the campaign to put us on there to work? You're sending this email at 12:05. That means you knew when we were in class that morning that you didn't have the space, and you cowardly sent it through an email instead of just pulling up. Because I'm a straight shooter. Tell me what's going on. If they had pulled us to a side in a meeting and said, listen, this is gonna suck, but we thought we were going to need y'all for this campaign, but we just don't have anywhere to put you. We don't have anywhere to place you. And the campaign is not needing the extra people. I would have been livid still, but I would have taken that, because I would have been like, well, at least you were bold enough to tell this to me to my face. But don't send me an email saying, oh, we're sorry, they're going to do it. And so, yes, I shot them back an email, and I told them, what do you mean you don't have the capacity to place us in the positions? One, we've been through this training without pay for 2 weeks. 2, we passed all the tests that you said we needed to pass to be in this training. 3, it is the last day of training, 3 hours before we go into production. Production starts on Monday. And now you're wanting to say you don't have the space. How did you not know you had the space? You couldn't tell that there wasn't enough room or capacity for us before we go through 2 weeks of training for free, because y'all know how I feel about not getting paid. Y'all know how I feel. So I know some of y'all are like, well, girl, you shouldn't have did that in the first place. I know that. I don't need the judgment right now. I'm upset. This happened months ago, and I'm still livid about it. That tells you how upset I was. It took me a while to do this video. But so they're like, and so I told them then, I said, what a horrible way to treat a human being. Like, first of all, you made me wait on this campaign. I could have been doing another campaign already making money. I could have been doing something else making money, and now you tell me, well, try to go. Like, we have other campaigns you could try to go to, and you didn't even list other campaigns. You just told me to reapply again. That is not the same as placing someone somewhere else. And now you want me to take my time and go through another training for free? Are you serious right now? They never replied back, child. They didn't reply back. And their email wasn't even rude. It was nasty nice, but it was not rude. And it wasn't anything where you would be like, oh, because I don't get nasty with people, because we're not face to face. But you received the intent of you understood my intent through the email and how I was feeling in the email. They understood that, and that if they did reply back, I don't know, because I didn't link my personal email in it. I did it through their email, and they shut their email down, so they probably didn't reply back, child. I don't know. I'll never know. But yeah, that was my experience, and because of that, I just will never work with them again. Just because I didn't already want to do it. I was just like, oh, it's just gonna be something fun to do. Let me go ahead and do this. And then when I do it, that's the experience I had. And I say, see, this is why, if you feel any type of way about follow that instinct. It's telling you the truth. Because my instinct, when the first week when we were looking and we saw they didn't have that many emails, I've been in sales and customer service for a decade, 2 decades now. I knew, like, girl, you knew that why don't they have emails? Why don't they have emails? 1 week is gonna give us 3 months of work. I don't know. I don't think that sounds right. But anyways, y'all, I didn't follow my instincts, and this is what happens when you don't. I don't want to discourage anyone who needs a job and wants to work for Nexrep and wants to give it a try. I'm just telling you my experience with them, and that is my experience with them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be dropping other videos, and even if it's not me, KK Connect will be dropping other videos on this channel as well. So be sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and share these videos with anyone you think could use a work from home job. Thank you guys so much for listening to my story, and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.
Okay, guys, so that is my sister's experience working with Nexrep, and mine was very similar. But I do always offer you guys the option of working with Nexrep, just because I know it's a quick hire, and some of you are looking for a quick start. So, anyway, it's up to you to choose what you want to do. Alrighty, have a blessed one. Bye, guys.